Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, David M coming at you here with another video, and this time it is all things March Madness. It's just such an awesome time of the year. You got spring training in full swing, which means the season's about to kick off. You got, fantasy drafts all over the place, but you also have arguably the greatest postseason in sports, March Madness, big dance, the NCAA tournament about to start. And so this is going to be a look at primarily some Sports Illustrateds, but a few cards to highlight some of just the classic March Madness tournaments. So this first one here, arguably the most famous of all of them. This is the Miracle Workers from 1983, the NC State Wolfpack, the Jim Valvano, Jimmy V led team that, countless documentaries have been made, but they upset Phi Slamma Jamma with Akeem the Dream and Clyde the Glide and just that incredible team. Well, these guys upset them and a lot of other teams on the way to win that title. So anyway, that's the classic one. If that isn't the most famous, this next one is. And I'll show you why. So I've already shown you, and I'm not going to re-show it, the Michael Jordan, North Carolina, Sports Illustrated. Well, this is from April the 5th of 82. Finally, it's Carolina. James Worthy slams the door on Patrick Ewing right there in Georgetown. But here's what's cool about this one. I've got the page marked. I'll try to do this without knocking everything over here. And I've got it marked with a card, actually, and this happens to be a Michael Jordan 1987 sticker. It's a second-year sticker. The reason I have that card marking it is because of what happened in this game. As most of you, I'm sure, know, this is the game that really sort of launched Jordan's career, his legend. And I'm zooming in on this part of the article. So, guard Jimmy Black faked a pass to Perkins down low. The Georgetown defender at the point, Sleepy Floyd, fell for the fake. So Black reversed the ball to Michael Jordan on the left side. Jordan, as ice bucket cool as a 6'5" freshman could be, had already contributed 6 baskets and 9 rebounds. Now with 18 seconds to go, Jordan caught Black's pass in front of the Carolina bench. He was all alone. It was a play designed for him. He was right where he had imagined he would be on the bus ride over from the hotel, with the ball and the game in his hands. I didn't see it go in, he said. I didn't look at the ball at all. I just prayed. That classic shot from Michael Jordan really arguably launched his legend. So this is the magazine with the write-up about it. There's no pictures, but that's the write-up. So cool one there. Now, you can't talk college basketball without the general Bobby Knight. This is from January the 26th of 81. There he is right there before the whips and chains came out. But that team won the title with guess who? Hoosier hero Isaiah Thomas cutting down the nets. Really cool shot there. Now, one of the most dominant college players of all time, Ralph Sampson. This is his first appearance. This is from 1979. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the one and only Ralph Sampson. He dunks, he blocks shots, he dribbles behind his back. He's 7 feet 4 inches tall and still growing. He was unreal. That team had to upset him a couple times, actually, to win that title. Here he is again, the Tower of Power. This is from 82. Ralph Sampson leads Virginia past Georgetown. Now, his great rival back then was Patrick Ewing. This one, guys, I'm not so sure about. From 1982 as well. I'm waiting for you, Patrick. He's waiting a little more seductively than most rivals wait for their opponent. But nonetheless, there he is again in 1982. Now, speaking of Patrick, it's cool, the old Georgetown uniforms. This from that same year even, 1982. Start of the playoffs, Georgetown's Patrick Ewing, who was also one of the most dominant collegiate centers of all time. Here he is again, rough, tough, and terrific. Georgetown's Patrick Ewing from 84. Here we go again. This is where that Georgetown team won the title, beating Phi Slama Jama. And this one, where Patrick Ewing and John Thompson meet with President Reagan from 1984. The reason I'm showing so much of this is because I mentioned in a video a while back, as he ages, everything that you see of him is getting dunked on. So, sorry, James, but it's true. All right, we're going to skip forward to the 90s, specifically 1990, and everyone's going to remember these guys, the Runnin' Rebs, led by the Shark, Coach Jerry Tarkanian. One of the most well-funded teams in the history of the game, but also one of the most dominant. They had Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, the Plastic Man. They had Greg Anthony. They were a stout team. And then here's the one the following week where they win the title. They beat this Duke team. There's Leitner there. And again, this is from 1990. They beat this Duke team by like 32 points or some crazy number like that for the title. It wasn't even close. And they were huge favorites to repeat the next year. However, they didn't. Guess who did? Duke got them the next year. And there's Grant Hill as a freshman. Again, this is from 91. Now, moving forward, the last couple I'm going to show here are just a shout out to two of my favorite big men of all time. And this is in their collegiate years. The Admiral, David Robinson. Top Gun, Navy's David Robinson, with braces. Just one of the greatest centers of all time, and I think wildly underrated as an all-time great. But dominant there. Now, he was everything, his rookie year or two. And then my man Shaq, the real deal, Shaquille O'Neal from LSU. This is 1991. My favorite center. And then, why not, to cap it off, show a couple of my favorite cards from back then. The Shaquille O'Neal Classic. I love this set. I might be the only one that loves it, but I love it. And this is one of my favorite cards from that set. It's not worth anything. Now, this one, on the other hand, is a very special Shaquille O'Neal. This is a limited print run of about 12.4 million. But a cool one nonetheless. Love it. The Shaqtus. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone enjoy March Madness. Get into it. Fill out your brackets. And just let's make the most of it. Let's not take for granted what we have. Everyone stay safe. I will catch you next time.